And very good evening, guys. I hope everyone is doing well and you're happy and you're all healthy and getting on okay. So, we have been in lockdown for quite some time now, and I know that the pressure has been taken off in England. However, we're in Scotland and we're behind there. So, I guess what today is all about is for me to say, usually, for the thought of me to stand in front of people and talk or share what I do with my time when I've been in lockdown would genuinely cringe me. But for some reason, I have thoroughly enjoyed making these little videos, sharing with you guys all the type of stuff that I do around about feeling good, which does touch on self-help. And another thing that I've taken time to do is been on YouTube quite a bit, and I've been listening to some of the motivational speakers out there. And let me tell you, there is quite a few. I would say some of them are mixed messages, though. I wouldn't say that everyone's still absolutely spot on. Example, today I listened to one who said that self-help means nothing. Oh goodness, I definitely strongly agree there, because what you think, thoughts become things. That's an absolute fact. And waking up in the morning and setting the tone for the day the way that I've already shared with you guys that I do, if I didn't put all these things in practice, I don't think my days would be as good as they are. And I know that that's analysing things and putting pressure on yourself, but genuinely, what is it when you just have to spare a few thoughts about how you want your day to go? Or before you go to bed at night time, when you sit down and you discuss with yourself in your mind what your expectation of the next day is, or share success about what your day has been good, as in that day, how is that going to damage anything or not work? Of course it's going to work, because it's you talking to your mind. Now, quite a few people talk about minds, and today that's kind of what I want to talk about. So, routine and structure and things that we get up and we do every single day are set because that's what our mind has been programmed to do. And I know that that sounds weird, and I know it sounds strange, but it's so true. From a very, very young age, people who are around about us helped us program our mind to what way we think things should happen. Now, this is going to sound really strange. For instance, if our mums on a day off when we were growing up would just chill out on the sofa, pig out on some food, there's nothing wrong with that. They just became quite chilled. Then from a young age, we watch this. It's a bit like speaking. So we watch how our mums speak and then we learn to do it. We watch other people walk and then we learn to do it. I know it does come natural to us, but we really are programmed with what we've seen when we grow up. So for us to change some things in our life that we really want to, we need to change our mindsets. So if you're used to getting up in the morning and at a set time you have your coffee, and at a set time you read your paper, and then at a set time you always go to work, you're programmed to do that. So previously I've spoke about discipline, and this is where discipline came in. So there was certain things that I was used to doing and then implemented discipline so that I made sure. So for example, on Monday to Friday, I make sure I do my training in the morning. So as I've already told you quite a few times, I get up super duper early to do this. But then on a Saturday and a Sunday, I have a lie-in. So today is Saturday, and I didn't get up until 10:15. Wow, it's the first time in a long time, I add, but I'm chilled out. So I changed my programming in my mind. I changed the expectation, which shows that I'm constantly in control of my thoughts. Thoughts really do become feelings. I cannot stress it enough. So when we talk about mindset and we talk about how your mindset is, it'd be interesting to just sit down and wear a wee bit of paper and just write what your average day looks like. What would you like your average day to look like? And then take a step at a time with setting some goals of how you could change to get to the one that you wanted to. And if your average day is perfect, then that is fantastic. Well done, you've absolutely sorted it. But if it isn't, and there's something you want to change, whether it's going for a brisk walk in the morning or reading a chapter of a book, then start to write it down. Work with your mindset. Set the tone and show the expectation that you expect to happen. Now, you might want to change everything. Start small, take a little bit of the cake, and then finish it at the end. Reward yourself as you keep taking little steps, and you will see an absolute difference. That is an absolute promise. All about mindset, all about focus, all about determination, majorly about discipline. And if you want to change things, you can. And if you don't, then I'm so glad that you've absolutely nailed it. So have a fantastic weekend, guys. I will be back on Monday morning and have a wee think about what else we're going to speak about. Take care.